Okay, so then hello everybody. So we try to model a very simple BPMN process, which is the idea to send a contact email to myself. So I would model that in BPMN 2.0 with the Vizi Modeler, for Microsoft Visio. What we have here is a stencil on the left-hand side. In the center of the screen, we have a blank sheet. And what I do now is a modeling part of the very simple process. So I need to have start event. I need to have this task we have talked about. So it's something like send an email, and we need the end of process. I can label this all together. And the first thing you have to do is you have to make the sequence of the process. It's running from left to right hand side. What you can see here are actually syntax violations we producing from the Vizi Modeler. This is a just-in-time compiler of your syntax, of your modeling syntax. Now it's corrected. No further problems, but I need to give a name to this task here. Send contact from email, something like this. We make not too much typos on it. Send contact form, not from form. Email, yes. Great. And the most important is that we will decide to make this a service task, BPMN service task. So it's on the little wheels marked on the left upper corner. Now the model is in fact okay. So from the BPMN part, we can say this model is valid, no errors on it. So we can now start to instrument it against the ProcessMaker platform. That means that we try to bring this very simple process up and running on the ProcessMaker execution engine. For that, we need the ProcessMaker XML parts. We have to add it to the BPMN model. First of all, we need a namespace for this, so we can do this here. We can add this namespace. It's called PMIO, I understand, and we need the URL for this namespace, which I have to collect from another part. Just a second, I need to get it probably from here. So I got it. The URL of the namespace for PMIO, just paste it to here. Yep. HTTP API ProcessMaker. The schema PMIO, I will add it. Okay, now we have the namespace. The second part is to add the XML part, is instrumenting information to send an email out of ProcessMaker. For that, we need an extension element. It's BPMN possibility to define engine-specific code to this sender, means to this service task. So for that, I need to add the code of this ProcessMaker XML. So I have prepared it already in a other window. So it's an editor like this, and this is the part we have to add. So we need to add a sender. So I sent email to myself. It's naming something like that with a subject and with IO. So just put this code up here to the process environment, means to our Vizi Modeler. pressing OK, and I have now this part of XML code inside my element definition, so prepared as a extension element. Closing this window here and just serializing this BPMN model, which is actually a Visio file. I can save the Visio file and preserve all my changes and save all my changes inside the Visio file. And if I would like to go to ProcessMaker, I have to externalize it by saving the BPMN 2.0 file. Let's say I would say this is a test pmio.bpmn file everywhere on my computer. It's serialized now. And the next part would be to go to the ProcessMaker platform. This is needed here, or it's started here. So I have to import and understand a file, means the just exported BPMN XML file can be imported here in the ProcessMaker IO platform. Just take this file from everywhere on your environment. I have saved it to my hard disk here. Everywhere? Yep. Here the test pmio BPMN file. I just open it and import it to the runtime environment of ProcessMaker. Yeah, now it's imported successfully. And the next part would be to try it out or start the example view. I have now an instance like this. Going here, I see I have the token, I have the REST call defined. Click to open here my file, and we would be able to see my process in the process list. I have actually started first try. This is the old one, and actually it's running this one here.
So now we're going to log into ProcessMaker IO to create a new instance. In the new instance, we will import a BPMN process file. Here we can see that it was imported successfully and it's running. Let's use a terminal to run a curl script which will pass the message and related variables into the start event via a webhook. We just received the email which was sent by the service task in the process we created. In summary, we created a BPMN process inside Microsoft Visio using the ITP Commerce Modeler. Then we exported the process and executed it in the ProcessMaker Workflow Microservices API.